Lifelong learning has always been central to our thinking, and since the inception of the Jameel Arts Centre, we've deeply thought about youth engagement particularly. In fact, our first youth assembly was assigned before the opening of the centre's doors back in 2018. And the conversations that they came up with back then gravitated towards a takeover naturally.
So the Youth Assembly Programme started way before Jameel Arts Centre opened, actually. It started with a simple desire to bring together the wealth of creative talent that I had encountered in Dubai. We were still at our project space in Sirkal Avenue, and when I first thought of the idea, I sort of wanted to bring together a lot of the creatives that I've been exposed to living in Dubai, and just sort of have them all work together and expose each other to the different disciplines that they have.
Ever since, year on to year, we've welcomed thousands of young members to join the program, to commission their wider network of creatives and build together a fantastic community that encourages and nurtures the creatives in the UAE.
So at Art Jameel, we really aim for our programs to not only benefit audiences in the here and now, but really sort of have an impact on our community around us and a much broader kind of approach, across the world. These are the kinds of programs that really roll and create legacy, nurture talent, and take that talent out and bring it back after to sort of really implant and benefit the scene for the long term. Obviously, being in the UAE, there are people that go through this program and stay and immediately start to sort of give back to the community. Many of our alumni from this program are now serving roles in the arts organisations across the UAE, many different industries and fields beyond the creative. But there are also a good chunk of these incredible, talented young people who've gone out into the world, taken on roles elsewhere, and then come back to the UAE with additional kind of knowledge to add to here, as well as taken up MA programs, further education, everywhere.
First time I heard about the Youth Assembly Program was way at the beginning. And I remember thinking to myself that, a program like this is so wonderful for young individuals, and there is really nothing of that sort that existed at that time. So it's really kind of become this pillar of the community as well. And I always thought to myself, how could I possibly contribute to something of this kind? And now, flash forward about 4 years later, I am the curator of this year's edition of the Assembly. It's really interesting to see how this program really comes to life as kind of like from a behind-the-scenes perspective of how the program is developed, the kind of individuals that come into it to contribute in different ways, and just the ways that the assembly members, as we call them, kind of come together to think curatorially, to develop artwork concepts, public programs, and really interact with the wider art ecosystem in the UAE. And it's really wonderful that we have been able to give them that sense of agency and that sense of create a sense of belonging for them as well in bringing together really ambitious ideas to life at the center in what we call the Youth Takeover. There are certain elements of continuity that we build into the program as well as we progress year on year with how we develop the assembly. The primary one being the peer curator that we bring into the program as well, which is always an alumni of the previous year. So it's aside from just the assembly members growing, it's really wonderful that we're able to kind of champion other young creatives to come into a more curatorial, pedagogical role within the program as well.
We always, after having meetings with them with the Youth Assembly each year and seeing the way they think, it's always a great source of kind of inspiration. It's not them learning from us, it's us learning from them. And that's something that I feel incredibly privileged to be part of.
And as we look ahead for the next 5 years and beyond that, I'm really excited to see how this journey will continue to unfold, shaping the cultural and the creative landscape of the UAE and beyond.